Usually the connection on base is pretty bad. But sitting here at work and I'm trying to like come up with the best plan of attack for tonight. Gotta get the car ready. What up, first name, last name? We're gonna change the clutch in the IS race car tonight to have it ready for tomorrow to go to the Spring Matsuri in Washington and get it ready for Evergreen Drift. So the plan is to go home, mob the car on the trailer, and get it over to the shop, get the trans out at least tonight, so that way tomorrow morning when love Fabtown cars are mental. Thanks, brother. Get the trans out tonight, get it ready for tomorrow. We have a clutch that's a used one that's questionable. I may run that depending on how bad the one is that we pull out. And I have a new one coming tomorrow, UPS. So worst case scenario, I pull the trans tonight, get it all out, get it all prepped, grab the new clutch disc tomorrow when it shows up, throw that in the car. I'm gonna try and like scuff it up with sandpaper because there's no way I'm gonna be able to break it in time. And there's no way I'd be able to put 500 miles on it. It's a race car, like, there's just no way. It's been more in like race gas than the whole car was worth if I tried to drive it 500 miles. So, like I said, I'm just anxiously waiting to leave work because there's absolutely nothing going on here. I'm watching the sunset. How's the West Coast treating me? Pretty good. I mean, I like the West Coast. It's nice. It's dry and quiet and arid. It's good. Yeah. What are you guys up to? I know you guys are just sitting around waiting for me to live stream, right? That's probably not. I'm tethered to this wall. Probably for good reason. I think I'm going to do some stuff in the future, though, for the car. I think I want to get this. I got a 2JZ block. Pretty much all you were doing, yeah, I bet. I got a 2JZ and a long block. I'm thinking about tearing that thing down and putting some GTE 2JZ pistons in it, and rods, and then getting it all, hot tanked and everything like that, prepped. And then maybe sometime this winter, while the car's down, either get another 1JZ head or take the 1JZ head off of my car and do like a 1.5J. So that all my stuff from like my AEM and my timing belt and all that jazz will transfer over because I don't want to have to really rebuy all that stuff. And it seems like GTE pistons aren't too bad. So I think it'd be kind of cool to have a, 1.5J setup in the car. Not like I really need a whole lot more power, but I don't know. Once you get the bug, you really can't stop. So I think that's going to be the plan for that. See how much power we can make on like a 1.5J with the, whatchamacallit, domesticated and bored, rough wreck, and can't do much. Got to sit around and heal up. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Hang in there. I know how that goes. Doesn't the GE block not have oil squirters? It does not, but you can add them. So apparently you just drill them out and tap them. So I'll probably have the machine shop do that. And then I got a really good machine shop in town, Marty. So he's gonna hook that up as far as the hot tank and everything like that. Yeah, but you can just add the oil squirters in. And I'm sure the oil squirters are cheaper than going and trying to buy a GT long block. So, and I got the long block, the NA long block for free, and it was fine. Didn't have any like rod knock or anything. Obviously, I'll have to like put new bearings in it and all that stuff. But I think that would be a cool project. Let's see what else. These are all the stuff I think about while I'm at work, because, like I said, there's a lot of times there's not a whole lot going on here, which I'm not complaining. I'm very thankful. I'd rather have an easy day than bust my ass any day. So, did you get rid of my Z? No, I did not. Z's out in the parking lot. I drove it here. I'm gonna be doing stuff to that too. So I got some plans for the VQ. It's in the Z. I'm probably gonna rip that out here soon. Sell it to my good buddy Laker over at Junk Miata. And then I'll leave that out in the space to guess what we're gonna do with that. But he's getting that, and then I'm probably gonna do a 5.3 T56 setup in the Z, because I really like that. I like that setup, and I think they sound good. So the VQs kind of sound like trash, but kind of turn that into a super nice, really fast daily. Also, could I do a 1J VVTi head? Yeah, I could do a VVTi head. I don't want to have to buy anything sensor related though, so I'm probably not going to go that route. Just because I don't want to have to redo any of that stuff. I want to be able to just pretty much take what I have now, bolt it up to what I have, what I'm building, and then swap it in. And the other thing is too, if for whatever reason it blows up and I have like another 1J on hand, I can swap all that stuff over. And I'm gonna kind of like I want to get to the point where I have enough stuff that I don't have to have downtime. You love the way VQs sound? I just don't know. I'm not a fan. They sound okay, I guess. They're really hard to keep from getting like crazy raspy, and I'm not into that. So I really like a 5.3 with a cam, and this swap is really straightforward. Just as easy as actually it's easier than into a 240 by far. So, and the Z axles are rated better and the diffs rated better. So, I mean, it's way easier than a 240. But, excuse me. But yeah, that's the plan. Chappie's car runs. We figured out the charging issue today. I didn't shoot a video on that because he was saying it's just one wire disconnected off the alternator, which makes way more sense than the load light thing that he was talking about. I didn't get that, but he's an electrician, so he knows all this crazy shit. And yeah, seeing that thing drive out of the shop the other day was just awesome. So yeah, pretty killer. He seems overjoyed that that thing runs. And well, we knew it ran, but like, we've started it a ton of times, but to have the slave cylinder in and have it not blow up and have the clutch disengage and stuff like that was just, that was huge. So he's pretty stoked. he wants to go, he got an AEM set up for that and everything like that. And he's going to go the full standalone with the bigger injectors and everything like that. We just got to get him a fuel rail setup that will use those Deca 80s, because he's going to use those 800cc injectors from, you know, that are kind of top feed and everything like that. So we need a different fuel rail. The one he got for it isn't the greatest. So probably mess with that here soon. He's going to get his tuned on C16 or 1/16 Sunoco Maximal or VP C16. So that'll be cool. And any of you guys that are up in the, you know, Evergreen area, I don't know what, I guess, I don't know what part of Washington Evergreen's at. I think it might be an Evergreen. But anyways, anywhere near the Evergreen racetrack, I'm going to be up there Sunday. I'm going to try and do the grassroots competition thing just for fun, see how it works out. I've never competed ever, so it'd be kind of cool to go up there, shred the car. I'm sure the car's plenty fast enough to run a grassroots competition. Probably overkill, I would guess. And like I said, we're doing the State Line Drift Matsuri Saturday. So that'll be pretty fucking bitchin'. Everybody says that track is super fast and like, you know, it's a road course, so it's really well set up and everything like that. I can't wait. I'm so stoked. I'm gonna literally scavenge as much tires as I possibly can, because I just want to bring, I just want to overbring tires, really. Just don't put it in a wall. Yep. No, I'm going to avoid that. I think I got my walls out of the way for this year. Like I did it, you know, real good right away. So kind of knocked it off the list there of things I needed to do. But should have already had my Corolla on the road by now. Got suckered into a bathroom remodel. The woman conned me. That happens. I used to get suckered into all kinds of stuff. Not that I was really mad about it, but it happens. So it's hard to build. It's hard to build a race car, when you have a full-time family. I know exactly how that is. Failed pretty miserably at the whole family thing, so got the race car shit down, but what are you doing to the Corolla? I don't know. What are you doing to the Corolla? Inform me. That sounds very pretentious. Inform me. Inform me. Yeah. 1UZ. Ugh. Gross. What up? Bloodbath McGrath? That's a sick fucking name. Sounds fucking dope. We're just hanging out, killing time, waiting to get off work. Thanks for subbing, dude. What up, Mazda P545? Damn, 1UZ will be crazy. They make mounts and stuff like that now for those 8.6. So, I mean, that'll be pretty dope. You gonna run a W55 or W58? No, man, I want to keep her all Toyota. Oh, I'm just not a 1UZ fan. They sound good. They sound good when they're like, got like long tubes on them and, you know, like a fucking full-on 3-inch back. Sound fucking dope. Show us how to make some seat brackets. Dude, I fucking hate seat brackets. Why'd you pick seat brackets? It's like my least favorite thing ever. It's like 2 least favorite things on this earth. Seat brackets. I mean, I'll show you. Because you hate them too. Yeah, they're such a pain in the ass. I can teach you how to do them. They're a pain in the balls though. The worst ones to do seat brackets in are, for sure, like any S chassis, because they just don't. There's like 4 different measurements. The 2 front portions don't line up with the back ones, and then the side ones like angled. And I just don't know what the hell they're thinking. Like, from a manufacturing point, there's no need for it. Not sure what trans I'm going with yet, but probably W55. You probably get away with a W55 on a 1UZ. Probably hold up pretty good. They're not like huge power motors anyways, but in an 8.6 it'd be fun. Guess what you need them for? S chassis, yeah, I bet. Because they suck. Yeah. I made some to mount to E36 seat in my Volvo 240, but they're super similar, so it was easy. Some of them aren't that bad. Like I did the ones in the IS, but I added a rail because I didn't give a shit. And I just took a piece of plate and ran them from front to back, and then ran a piece of box tubing across and welded it into the floor. I was like, I ain't fucking with any of this. Honestly, the S13 ones, they just suck to make. Like, unless you make your own mount, that's the only way to make them easier. Like, I move the mounts in and then come down and then re-drill the holes in the front and then make plates that go out. Just finished the cage and man, the bends in the floor such makes a pain in the ass. Yeah, they suck. I read that like a retard. I was like, yeah. Mazda B545, I don't know if you care, but I fixed it. Stupid knock off parts. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I'm glad that it's fixed. I just want to be off work. It's so nice out. It's like beautiful out, and I'm stuck here. Can't I just like not come here and still get paid? That'd be dope. Anyways, yeah, seat brackets suck, especially in the S13, S14, S15, R32, R33, Laurel, all those. Have you seen the ones with the 1.5 inch tubing? The side mount ones? I have not. I don't know what that means. Like, how would you mounts with the tubing on the side for the seat rails? Or do you just run a piece of tube across? I'm curious now. I want new sway bars for my Volvo so bad, but I'm too broke. Yeah, I keep buying too much shit for race cars. Really bad misfire, knockoff fuel, petcock casting was off 25 degrees inside, so it wasn't getting proper fuel. Interesting. Yeah, they weld in washers the nut to the tube, so you can bolt them right up to the seat, make a small X-brace in the floor. That's cool, actually. That's a really good idea, because if you could eliminate that janky shit on the back, that would be pretty dope. I don't know how low I mean, I guess you wouldn't be able to get it much lower anyways, because of how that thing's shaped, but that's pretty cool. I would just, like I said, cheat and make mine, drill them, and then go further back to where the floor is flat, and then just punch holes in the floor and put bolts through them. Big old washer or something. Because that whole thing's jank. And on the S13 and the S14 or whatever, the bolts, like the super fine metric thread bolt, just gets gnarled the fuck up so easy. Like if you even come at it sideways at all or even think about cross-threading it, it's screwed. And it seems like they have a limited lifespan. Like you put them in 4 or 5 times and they're done. They're done. Either the side of the car is done or the bolt's done. So Any way I can delete that. I'm 5'8", I guess it wouldn't reach. I mean, I guess you could slide it forward. I'm just saying run the plate all the way down and back into the floor. Just because, yeah, flat surface. I don't know. I cheat on that shit. But I'll still do a video on it. Maybe I can do a video on an easier way to do it or something like that. You probably have to have like a welder and equipment in order to do it, but I'm sure I could come up with some easier way. Because you got to think, if you run just a piece of square tube across and then make it flat. So don't cut out that stupid metal brace. What metal brace? What are you talking about? Now you got me confused again. I'm trying to visualize. You talking about on the front where the 2 bolts go in? The one on the floor pan. Talking about the hump or the actual bracket? Oh, the actual bracket. I wouldn't cut it out. I would use that part and then make the mounts on the back the same. Or leave that part on the front and then run it across. I learned that I cannot stand the 1UZ starter placement, pain in the ass. Yeah, they really screwed you on that one. Underneath the intake manifold. Yep. Plus they're like the timing belt on a 1UZ. Not cool. That thing is like hell long. Destined for failure. But yeah. How's Idaho? It's pretty dope. I've lived here for a long time. I shouldn't say a long time, but, well, pretty long. Lived here for like 7 years. Underneath the intake manifold, what were they thinking? They were thinking that it was going to suck and that they didn't care. That's what they were thinking. No joke. American Falls. Where the hell is that? Oh, I know where Boise's at. I live pretty close to Boise. Yep. I'm not changing no starter on no 1UZ, that's for sure. Not this guy. 1JZ starter? Sure. All day. 2 bolts. Pop the thing out, put a new one in. Done. It's almost as easy as an LS. Well, actually, LS is easier. It's 2 bolts vertical. It comes out. I'm kind of interested to see if any of the people that have showed up would want to see my van get fucking big old turbo on it. 'Cause I really, really want to boost my 6-liter van. MSD starter. Talking about the one that goes in there. If Charles won't do it, maybe I shouldn't either. Nah, I don't mess with that shit. I will not ever change the alternator in a Ford Contour ever again. I don't think I will ever try to change an alternator in a Ford Contour. I tried to do an alternator in a new Dodge Dart, and that thing sucks. Yeah, LS starters cake. Like literally like 10 minutes. It's 2 15 mil bolts. Thing falls out. It's awesome. It's kind of why I want to go to LS in the Z. I know that I won't have that starter feature if I go to an adapter plate, but alternator's easy. All the accessories are easy. Actually, the whole thing's easy. Why not supercharge the van for low-end torque? I don't want to supercharge it, because then I'd have to buy somebody's supercharging kit, and I'm not going to do that. Show you the Z? I will have to show you that after work or in a video, because I can't leave this office right now. Yeah, I don't want to supercharge it. Then I can't make my own chip for it. That's not cool. I want to make like a Kind of like a sloppy mechanics build, but nicer. Oh, the wheel well. Oh, for that contour. Yeah, that sounds shitty. I'm good on that. Oh, you got 06? Mine's at 03. It's not nearly as good. But I'm going to just 5.3 T56 swap it. Because our buddy Laker, Junk Miata, he's taking the Z motor for his own conquest. They all burn oil. Mine doesn't burn too much oil, but it has coolant issues because of where the radiator is. So doing a 5.3 L33 and now my S13. I've done I basically eat ramen. I did one for super cheap, 5.3 into the def cart, but I also made all the mounts, the drive shaft, the oil pan, pretty much made everything. So I saved a lot of money. And I already had the T56. And bought a Siki one. Yeah, it's a nice kit though. Siki mount kit is nice. And the oil pan is super nice. So I definitely think the ease of not having to figure all that shit out is worth it by far. I mean, it's definitely better than trying to figure it out. I had to learn everything the hard way. I had to learn that you should not try to convert a truck oil pan into a front sump, because I was pretty brazen about that. I thought that I could get away with that shit. Didn't work. I tried making an oil pan from total scratch. That sucked. I wasted a ton of time. I did the whole LS def cart for under $2,000. And what is it? I am in the rabbit hole. I keep saying mine as well. Do the trunnion. Might as well do the cam. Might as well do the pistons. Actually, you don't need any of that shit. Definitely don't need that. That 5.3 will rip. Yep, 2 Gs. I spent more on the transmission than I did on anything else. So, I got that Gen 3 5.3 with a harness, all the truck accessories, everything. I got it for $260 with the wiring harness and everything. So, super cheap. And then T56 was like $2,000. No, it wasn't $2,000. It was like $1,200. And then eventually I got a GTO oil pan and everything. And then I got a Willwood Master and conversion line. And then did that whole thing for the clutch. But everything else I made the mounts. Where do you find these deals? I got the homie hookup, dude. I got friends in junkyards and shit. He literally called me up. He's like, "You want this motor?" I'm like, "Yep, I do." I want to do the Z. I want to do most of the Z build, like make the mounts, everything like that. I am not gonna do the wiring harness though. I haven't gotten to the block yet. You think I should just clearance and put the heads back on it? It's a 799 head with double valve springs and new lifters and valve job. Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with the rest of it. I'd slap the heads on and call it good. It's gonna rip. I mean, either way in an S13. And then down the road, honestly, after you get the whole thing going, you can, get into it more. This is just a drift car, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with it. Because it'll have plenty of power. And then if you ever want to do something more with it, you can just throw a fucking gnarly cam in it and put some long tubes on it and, do like an LS intake. I don't know if you have F-body accessories or whatever, but you could do that. And probably make some decent power, not a shitload of power, but decent power. And it'll be fun because the torque down low is just absurd. So in that car, it just feels so much stronger than it is because of the torque. Yeah, fast intake with easy EFI. And honestly, dude, what I would do if you're gonna have the EFI setup on it and everything like that, dial down the rev limiter a little bit and keep it, I would say like, I don't know. I think I had mine set to 6,600 or 6,700. I've already been streaming for 30 minutes. Yeah, well, I'm glad we're streaming because I was bored. Shit. It's passing the time. Yeah, definitely dial down the rev limiter. That was a big ass whistle pig. It just ran by. Dial down the rev limiter and everything like that. It'll be golden. You were bored too? Here's to entertaining us both. I could talk cars all day though. I was gonna turbo it, but for the sake of money, I think I'm NA. Yeah, for a while. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna turbo the Death Cart, and then I drove that thing a handful of times, and I was like, I don't need to turbo this. It's retarded. It's way too good. What do you think about a cheap way to go for headers? Run the stock truck manifolds, dude. Get in there and port the head, and then port the truck manifold. Done. Call it a day. And you can even chop the truck manifold off and then turn it so that it clearances the steering shaft. Just go NA. Turbo would be too much. Yeah, I mean, you can build those things to be 400-500 horsepower NA all day long. Dude, I broke my arm and my collarbone and got some gnarly road rash. I completely understand boredom. Yeah. That sucks, dude. I'm sorry. Hang in there. I got a wicked good burn on, oh God, I can't even operate this thing. There it is. That was from Quentin's cage. I set my arm on the dang bar right after I welded it. Heard the thing sizzle. It's gross. Getting pretty good service out here. Must be the time of day. There's no jets taking off, so usually as soon as they break ground, the cell service is crap. Because I see you everywhere. I noticed that. On the last vid, it looks pretty rough. Thanks, dude. I'll hang in there. I'm pretty used to getting burned. That's pretty bad when other people are calling you out for being bored. They're like noticing you on videos and stuff, on comments. It's pretty funny. Ugh. What else? Gotta be something else. I'm stuck at work right now, night shift in the Netherlands. Thank God for this stream. I'm glad I'm keeping you up there, bud. So the cam I had planned for a turbo application, can I run that NA for a while? Yeah, you could. Most of the turbo cams have higher lift and duration anyways. So they'll still be a step up from the NA cam. You just won't get as, what is it? The valve separation, you won't get as high a valve separation on turbo cam. What time is it there? It is 7:39. Yeah, it's a .16, or excuse me, 614 and 610. That's a shitload of lift. That has a lot of lift on a cam. Does it say what the duration is? Like, which is why I beefed up the valve train. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta think though, dude, like, the higher the lift and the more wear and tear on the valve train. So 940 there, you must be way on the East Coast. I would, if I was gonna run that high lift cam, I would definitely turn down that rev limiter. 277 to 273. That's a gnarly cam. Has a lot of lift and duration. Ohio. I think Chappie's from Ohio. Just a mild cam? Yeah. Keep telling yourself that. Anything over 500 lift is not mild cam. Like a 550 lift. That's what I think. I think that crosses over less mild. Where in Ohio? I could not tell you. I have no clue. I'll have to ask him. I'm pretty sure he's from Ohio, though. Yeah, actually, I am for sure he's from Ohio. I almost said Ohio. My voice is coming back. That's good. I was sick as fuck last week. The whole shit, doing that cage and everything. Am I in the military? I absolutely am. Oh man, look at that. Got some RTV on my pants. That sucks. This is my day job. Oh, you're in the Navy? Right on, dude. Why Ohio? That's what I ask myself every day. I want to be military. Are you in JORTC? God damn, that was a struggle. Just working in fuel supply. Oh, okay. Yep, I've been in the military for coming up on 10 years. It's been a long road. I don't even know what I'm going to do the next 10. So that's also why it's so hard for me to get videos out, because I do this every day. You going to stay in? Did you do 2 4-year stints, or did you do 6? Am I doing 20? I don't know. It's hard to say. This is not the Air Force I joined 10 years ago, that's for sure. So, fun fact, Chappie's been in the military longer than me. He's been in almost 12 years. I did 1 4-year and keep extending. But yeah, I didn't do that just because I got a bonus. So I did 4, and then I just did 5, but I did it a year early. Yeah, man, everyone's pussyfied. It happens. The fabbing stuff is kind of my job. It's my side job. It's what funds my race car shit, because most of my military pay goes to child support, because that's fun. It's okay though. It's good to have a hobby, and it's good to make money on the side. So, but yeah, I can't believe you guys didn't know that. I think I've said that a couple times. Been slacking. But it makes it a real pain in the ass when you want to go places for events and stuff. I'm a staff sergeant, so E5. And my MOS, AFSC in the Air Force is I'm a crew chief. I'm an F-15 crew chief, but I am a shift supervisor. And right now, I'm not supervising anybody but myself, because there's nothing to do. First name, last name, you probably did. But, yeah. Yeah, no, it's nice. It's pretty dope. It's a really cake job. So I shouldn't complain about being bored, but I am bored. You're an MP? Ugh. Well, thanks. I'm good. I don't want that job. My job is exciting when it needs to be, and by exciting, I mean 13 Bravo. My dad was a 13 Bravo. You're getting paid, I'm getting paid to stream, and you're getting paid to watch me? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there I picked it up because it's a shore duty. I'm getting ready to go back to the desert here soon. Yeah, my dad was a 13 Bravo, and then he became a cartographer, like a map drawer. And then he was I don't know, some kind of transport mechanic. I don't know how he cross-trained or changed jobs so many times, but it was ridiculous. 7 people watching. Killing it. God, my knees hurt. Had my feet up too long. Oh, shit. So we got an S13 LS project going on. We got a 1UZ86 project going on. What else are you guys working on? Volvos. I'm sure one of you's got a Volvo. Maybe. Maybe you don't. Your 350Z. Dude, saw you on Worst Kids vid and thought you were super handsome. What are you doing fabbing? Going to make some movies. What are you doing fabbing? Go make some movies. Well, thanks. I don't think I'm cut out for the movies though. But it's more like cruise car for show stuff. I can't get into that. Practicality. Dad seems like a pretty cool guy. I enjoyed him in the vids. Yeah, he's dope. My dad's fucking funny. He's awesome. Suzuki Savage 650, and then Mazda 545 has a Volvo. Yeah, he does. I know he does, because I made him shit that I still haven't sent him, because I suck. It's like when you get up and you have to like come do this and do other shit. There's just like, there's no fucking time to do anything. Plus I always forget. He's right though, you have a very approachable face, no homo. Well, I'm gonna take that and keep my ego down, and I'm still not, I know because I'm an internet stalker. I don't how you did how I don't get how you did that cage in one day. I did it in 2 days. It's pretty close. I did it in practically one day because we didn't get started until like noon. And then we only worked on it for about 6 hours and 6-7 hours. And I was drunk by the time that happened. And then the next day we finished up and we worked on that from about 10 to about 8 p.m. So, I mean, that would be a long day. Took me like a week working all day. I got pretty fast at them. I don't know. Plus, I've done S13 cages a lot, so I already know kind of what I'm doing. There's not a whole lot of figuring it out. It's just kind of like taking what I already know and then start bending tube. We did do the door bars. That was a little different. A week for your first is not bad, honestly. Because if you've never done one before, you're not gonna know like ahead of time what you need to do. So I could prioritize them pretty good, and you know, kind of like series them. My dad helped me build a couple cages. It's pretty funny. He helps, and then he starts drinking beer, which is fine, and then he hangs out. Was rust repair and stuff on his Chevelle. Yeah, I can't stand doing that kind of shit. It's so tedious, and even after I like do all the rust repair, I never feel like I did that great a job. I'm always like, I could have done a little better. But yeah, I think a part of me, after working on Quentin's S13, wants me to bring back my black S13 that we're using as the Shed. I'm sure you guys know that one. I don't know if you know the Shed, but the Shed is a coupe shell that I kind of want to cage now, and then maybe eventually build that to be like a really, really nice cage, a really nice car. And then if I fucking destroy the IS, which I'm bad about killing cars, you know, transitioning back to an S chassis. But I spent 3 years, 77 Trans Am with my dad, sold it when I was 23. Never forgive myself. That sucks. I also hate bodywork. I just realized my hands are still dirty from oil and gas. Bring it back, more S chassis. Is that a wedding ring tattoo? It is, because I'm reckless. And even though it didn't last, I still got it. Well, this lasted. This has lasted a long ass time. That guy said when I got this, he's like, that ain't gonna last, you're a mechanic, blah, 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 blah. It's been a minute, dude. You got one too? Sucker. Happens to the best of us. I don't know if you're still married or not. If you are, good on you. Coffee shop girl? No. She's got a new boyfriend now. She's moved on to bigger and better things. I'm glad to hear you're still married, man. Good for you. Nope. I wish you guys the best. And no, the coffee shop girl, you know, she's doing her own thing. Kill him? No, not worth killing people at all. So that's funny that that's come full circle. Oh God. Coffee shop girl. Jesus. Yeah, no jail time. I'm good on that. Let's see. You think I should really bring back the S chassis? I've been thinking it over. People have been telling me to let that thing die for a long time, and I just can't let it go. It's still in the back. She was a babe, though. Yeah, she's pretty hot. Yeah, I probably should. I love them too. I mean, I've had countless S13s. Like, I think at one point I had counted them, and I had 13 S13s. Not in a row, not at all at one time, but like over 5 years. Everything's simple on them. I thought they were super simple too, and then I got an IS 300, and I was like, this thing is fucking retarded simple. The whole thing's easy. What shape is it in? Not great. Not good. But definitely a perfectly fine starting point for me. We should do a whole series, Resurrecting the Shed. Chappie will have a fucking meltdown. He's been telling me to get rid of that thing for a long time. Shed Resurrection. That'd be a good series, though. 2 video ideas. I want an S12. I just can't find anything in my price range. I do not want an S12. They're like the S13 that never went all the way. Oh God. Oh good. Not an amazing, so you don't feel bad. Seat brackets and shed resurrection. God, I really don't want to do the seat brackets though, because I hate them. I really don't like them. There's like a few things I just can't stand doing. Seat brackets are one of them. The only good thing about the shed is it's a coupe, and we could like bulkhead the back and then fuel cell it and then be done with it. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the seat brackets. It's the body style, kind of funny, but I dig them. Oh, kind of funky, but you dig them. Yeah, it's just the geometry is not there for the suspension. It's so close to being an S13, and then it isn't. So, yeah, I just don't want to mess with that. Fuck the seat brackets. Look them up online. Done. Yeah, you know, a lot of people make seat brackets. And they are absurdly expensive for what they are. Seat brackets are, like, once you have a jig and you have somebody cutting out material, it blows me away that they're $200 for a fixed seat bracket. I'll remember that in the future. Yeah, remember that the geometry on the steering is not as good. It isn't. Don't let anybody lie to you. And the rear subframe is not as good. But yeah, some mild steel. No, it really is. It's like $2. It's not even 30 bucks, dude. It's like $5-6 worth of material. It's a fucking joke. Fuck the seat brackets. Heated debate about not building or not building seat brackets. Oh. I think the shed resurrection is a good idea, though. Maybe prep it for a future shell. It'd be cool to bring it back because I've had that car for like almost 8 years. And it's become a shed. So, that'd be dope. I'd be down. Look at fucking, oh, shit, there he goes. Big ass whistle pig again. They're just like fucking running around here. Oh, there he is. You see him? Oh, it's a rock. Never mind. Not that. Where the hell is he? Drag race the van. I'm tempted. I would want to drag race it with a trailer on it. That would be a huge accomplishment for me. Hook the car trailer up, put the IS on it, fully load the thing, see what it'll run at a quarter mile. That would be dope. But build it full on sloppy mechanic style and everything. Really enjoy all the fab work. Keep up all the killer work. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. There's tons of content on the page on my YouTube channel so far. And I hope that I can crank out a whole bunch in the next couple weeks so that you guys are good. Does your shed have a tube front already? It does, actually. Massive burnout, too. Canon and the IS. Oh, if I missed that part. The IS on the trailer. Yep. I think it'd be dope. Big turbo van. IS on the back, big turbo 1J. Tube rear would be a cool video. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. It's really not that hard. I mean, it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Maybe I could even, I kind of want to like sloppy mechanics it and then do a CAD drawing. That way, you know, if you want to take those dimensions and put it in there, you could just put it in there. I really want to do that for an S13 tube front. Kind of like how I did the S13 knuckle mod video, you know, give you specific instructions on how to do it. And then maybe take that whole idea and even the manifold building and everything like that, try and put that into an S13 tube front. maybe a bash bar or something like that, and then tube rear, like you said, that'd be cool. I would really like doing that. That stuff can actually be done pretty quickly too. I think most fabricators prolong stuff because they take on too much work, but what do you think for a tube front for, oh shit. What do you think for a front suspension for drifting? As far as like lower control arms, knuckles, coilovers, it really depends on your budget, I would think. And it has 13 hatch, yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't want to get on the BC bandwagon too hard, but the BC coilovers in the front are super good. I'd run like 10K springs. You got BC Racing coilovers, there you go. With the aggressive, yeah, spring rates, yeah, that's awesome. I would probably start off with some modded lower control arms, and then those Voodoo S13 tension arms are fucking pretty sweet. You can get a shitload of angle out of some decent tension arms and some modded knuckles. You can make like super long lower control arms out of box tubing or DOM and cut up a S13 lower control arm, use the ball joint. I've done that. The Death Cart DIY angle video on my channel has a bunch of stuff on that. Describes kind of like what we did and everything like that. 6 watching, 9 likes. How's it supposed to be? Yep, I agree. Yeah, dude, check that stuff out. It's got like in depth on, you know, Heim joints and everything like that. I think I did the whole lower control arm setup for like $200, with knuckles and lower control arms and tension arms and all that jazz. So, and we used circuit sport tension arms that I cut down. Excuse me, but I wouldn't recommend that. I would use like a steel tension arm with an adjustable end on it, just because it's a little sturdier. Or if you could retrofit the Voodoo 13 arms in there. ISR, some of their stuff's pretty good. It's kind of like how Megan Racing was. Like Megan Racing, you know, is not like the top of the line shit, but some of it's pretty good. And then if you can take what they have and adapt it into something else, then it can be good, if that makes any sense. It really depends on how adventurous you want to be. Like if you don't mind buying a product from somebody and then, you know, modifying it, do you think Voodoo is the better way? Yeah, Voodoo is more expensive. The Voodoo 13 arms are more expensive, but that billet aluminum setup they got with a good Heim joint is the way to go, for sure. They give you a pretty decent Heim joint too. So I will say this though, you know, anybody that's ever tried to daily drive a car that has Heim joints knows that they go out a lot faster than you know, urethane, polyurethane, or rubber bushings. So there's something to be noted for that. But you said that your car already has, it's kind of a track car, drift car. So Heim joints, there's not really any better option because of how stiff they are. I mean, they're solid, so you get the good, that good stiffness in there. But yeah. But if you don't want to go that route and you want to modify your own shit, definitely check out the DIY, Death Cart DIY angle video and how to mod your S13 knuckles. How long am I going to stream for? I don't know. I haven't decided. How long should I stream for? Because not like I have anything to do at the moment. I mean, I wasted an hour doing this. I wouldn't say I wasted it, but I wouldn't say I'm wasting it, Bob, but you know. I'm waiting for you guys to answer. Stream for 2 years? Nah. I'm good. I wouldn't get anything done. What time do you work? I work 3 p.m. till 10 p.m. Or 11 p.m., excuse me. Still have 2 hours to go before I get home. I don't know if I'm going to make it 2 hours on a live stream, 2 more hours. If I do, I'm going to have to set this phone up somewhere. Because I'm just not going to be able to hold it. Oh, son of a bitch. Maybe that's something I can do right now. I can try and find a way to hold this up. I'm going to go out here real quick. It's nice out here. It's like, what is it? Like, it's 8:05 and it's still nice. What does the RAGE tattoo stand for? One of the first times that I got deployed, I shouldn't say like deployed, but I got deployed to Italy and we bombed Libya. And it was one of those kind of life experiences that you want to always remember and remember how it made you feel. And when we were bombing Libya, I was in a hangar in a super secure facility and I was sitting next to my F-15 that was fully loaded. And I had this beautiful view of the Alps in front of me, and I was sitting there next to my jet, drinking coffee, and it kind of struck me that it was such a insane experience that we were bombing this country, and that I was a part of it, and that I was sitting in Italy looking at the Alps, and you know, kind of struck me. So my buddies had been saying the whole time we were doing the bombing campaign that you know, that we were raging. And like, that was the thing, you know, we were like, yeah, we're fucking killing it. We're raging. We're doing such a good job, you know? And so when I got back to England, because that's when I was living there, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to get RAGE tattooed on my arm. So then I did. That's the like 5-month story in a minute and change. Look at this though. 8 o'clock. Sun's still up. Crazy. Wild. Did I miss any comments? Except the tumbleweeds and the coyotes. It's not that bad. The coyotes are insane. There is a ton of coyotes. I mean, just, I didn't know that they were that big a deal, personally. I guess in my head I hadn't really thought about it. But there's a ton of coyotes, that is for sure. It's nice out though. Yeah, it's a great view. Look at it. It's so expansive, it just keeps going. It's just like, you know, it's never ending. You can see for like 60 miles or some shit like that. It's crazy. Leave Ohio, dude. Don't live there. Don't stay anywhere you don't want to be. Travel. Go see what you like. If I had stayed in New York, I'm sure I would be a completely different person, but I'm not. I didn't stay, I should say. I'm scavenging shit. America, fuck yeah. Nice and flat like the Netherlands. Let's see, I'm gonna steal somebody's water. Smith. I'll just buy him a new water. A little bit south of Cleveland. I'm getting this set up. Nah, I don't like that. There we go. I feel like I'm on backroom casting couch. BRCC. I'm trying to read all these. These are blowing up the comments. I'm falling behind. Moved to Florida? No way. I've lived in Florida. I'm not a fan. My daughter lives in Florida. I'm gonna eat this bread. I don't have any other food here. Like I said, I can't leave. I would live in California if it wasn't so absurdly expensive. But it's ridiculous. Well, I'm not tough, I'm bored. I ate all my food from earlier. I did that thing where you eat lunch early, and you don't have anything to eat. So now I'm gonna eat this 9-grain bread. Whoa. Yeah, car laws in Cali suck. What up, Quentin? I'm hanging out at work. Actually, it might be Quentin or DJ. I don't know who runs their YouTube channel. I think it's Quentin. Show me some F-15s. All right. Hold on, I'll sneak out there. I'll give you a quick little sighting. There's none in the hangar, so I gotta sneak out here. I'm still eating bread. Oh, it's bright. There they are. You see them? Chilling. Whoop, 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 whoop. Now go start one? Fuck no. I'm not that brazen. I can run them though. That's pretty dope. I'd have to go to run class, but I could do it. See some backfires. I was in a jet that was doing a burner run, and we had a double compressor stall. The shit was nuts. Like, I am so ready for Evergreen Drift, dude. It's gonna be fucking sick. I'm bringing like 16 tires. Yeah, 16. The COD playing off the back of the carrier. That's pretty dope. You got 595s? So I bought 2 brand new tires, but I already had a bunch not mounted that were Half-Life ones, so I'm gonna bring those. And I had to spend like $360 on 116 octane race fuel, so it kind of took all my budget for tires. So hopefully what I'm bringing is good enough. But I'm pulling Are those for the Matsuri too, right? Yeah. I probably won't. I'll probably use only so much fuel at the Matsuri, because I'll probably run out of fuel before I run out of tires, to be honest. So I'm only bringing 25 gallons, which was 360 bucks. So I'm gonna probably use 10 gallons at the Matsuri, or like 15, and then save 10 or 15 for the Evergreen comp thing. Use code BUYSR soft launch on Hot Sticky Tires website. I'm gonna have to do that. Yeah, 360 bucks, dude. Outrageous. I'm gonna have to do that, dude. I have to get tires for like $50 a pop though, in order to make it worth it. Screenshot those codes, Charles. I'll just remember him. That one's by RSR and soft launch. By iMove Ironmans. Well, I'm too late now. Like, nobody around here has decent tires. So, unless there's somewhere up there that I can get some cheap tires, but I may end up having to like hit up a fucking store or something. But I'm gonna take the wheels and tires off the Z anyways, because I'm pulling the motor and LS swapping it. 50 a tire near me. Dude, should have said something. I would have just told you, or should have shot you some money, and then you could have picked me up some tires. Because I got a clutch coming. I gotta change that tonight into tomorrow. I'm running 235, 45, 17s, or 18s. Am I bulking? No, I'm boarding. It's where you're bored. And I already ate lunch. So there's nothing going on here. It's so dead. Like, you see them, they're just sitting there. There's literally nothing going on. I'm the only one here in this entire hangar. Chilling. I mean, there's more people other places, but when do I get off? I get off at 11 p.m., which sucks because it's only like 8:30. He's on day shift, dude. He's out there probably driving a Z around, loving life. And I'm eating bread. I don't think I'm gonna have the capacity to bulk anyways. I just burn it all off because I'm a psychopath. I'm just constantly going. But breaking in the clutch? He probably is, dude. Tell him to drive the Z to Washington. Whoa. That would be a gnarly drive in that thing. I don't know if you've ridden in a Z like that. They ride like shit. Like, that thing is stiff. And there's like no power steering, no AC, no heat. Woo! I think he has windshields though, and blinkers and shit. I think he wired all that stuff in himself on that switch panel, which is pretty gnarly to begin with. This is some damn good bread though. He's got you beat. I saw a bunch of people giving you a hard time about not having windows in Washington. And then I was just thinking to myself, those dudes aren't hardcore at all. I'm gonna go on the no window train with you, because I already don't have a sunroof. So you're not a bitch. Right on. I'm following you right into the fire, my friend. I'm gonna be no windows for life. They aren't about that life. We can't all be, you know, we can't all be heroes, you know? That's what I'm saying. I will say this, when we were up on that mountain, I was warmer in my car because I have windows, but not by much. Yeah, see, and that's the other thing is you can get Lexa and Windows. I'm gesturing with my bread. Yeah, you can get Lexa and Windows. You don't need real windows. You a bitch? You need windows? You crazy. You need to start bulking. Ain't care though. You're doing a rear mounted radiator? That's gnarly. While you're doing Lexan, I'm out. See you Sunday, dog. Have fun doing nothing. I will. Peace. This live stream is more to entertain me. That's what you guys got wrong. Thought I was doing this for you. I'm doing it to keep my sanity. So you're having a conference call for 6 to 8 people. I even have waterproof phone case. I need windows. Do I have a bender for sale? No. I would suggest getting the Woodward Fab Model 3 knockoff bender. I've had it for years. And then doing the air over hydraulic kit from Swag Off-Road. Do that shit, be golden. The bender itself is cheaper and the dies aren't as good. It's just like the JD Squared one, like their Model 3 bender. It's just cheaper and the dies aren't as nice. But they'll get the job done. And it's great, like, experience because you can do all the shit for cheaper. You don't have to spend $1,000. It's Woodward Fab. You can get it on Summit Racing. There's no kinking, but if you don't clean the die, you will get some scratches. Not scoring, but scratches. I hope one day I can say, use promo code FabTown on Summit Racing. That'd be dope. Anything's possible. I've already built and sold stuff on Enjuku Racing. So that's a great bender for everybody though if you're looking to getting into doing any kind of stuff like that. Is my last name Smith? No. This is my supervisor's water. But I'm drinking it anyways. He's gonna be upset. I'm gonna have to buy him some more water. For just tube work, I don't need a 180 die, do I? No, you do not. Just get a 90. You're gonna tell him? Man, it's fucked up. I thought we were bros. Yeah, just get a 90 for a tube front and rear. You'll be fine. Most of them will bend to like 100 pretty much. What size? 1.5 inch is the most common size. And 5-inch radius. Don't get a 4-inch. It's too small. Just makes shit more complicated. You really don't need a 4-inch radius anyways. Like, you can get away with a 5-inch pretty much everywhere. So 4-inch is nice for like bracketing maybe when you gotta like really hook it in there, but other than that, there's no point. Plus, I don't know. 4-inch usually looks really square. It's not as rounded, fluid. I hope I get rid of this throat shit here soon. It's really getting old. I sound like a heavy smoker or some shit. I'm not. I don't smoke at all. I don't even vape, bro. You're eating bread now? Dude. Bread Bros, whole grain. What up? What other fabrication related questions you got? We should talk about what you need to start a shop. And Italian bread? I actually like Italian bread. A little butter, toasted. What do you guys got for equipment? What do you think you need? What do you think you don't need? I'd like to hear this. What's the difference in the two price-wise? Of what? The dies? The 5-inch and the 4-inch, or what? This is a Walmart day. Old bread, but it's good. Fuck yeah. I'd eat that shit. Bread's bread, bro. Gotta get down in the bread life. So the bender itself is roughly the same price, but the dies are cheaper. I think it's, yeah, I'm pretty sure the dies are way cheaper. And you can get them off Summit Racing. So free shipping and pretty fast shipping. And if you ever need more of them, you don't really have to wait for them to be in stock. You can just... So I think it's a better option to go with the JD Squared, especially if you're just starting out. Yeah, the dies are like 120 bucks versus 300. Yeah. The dies aren't as nice though. I'm just saying that right now. The JD Squared dies are much better. Darren Jesperson, 4.5-inch angle grinder, belt sander, basic hand tools, bender, and a bunch of flap discs, cut off, wheels, chop saw, cold saw would be nice. So I would say stay away from the cold saw and save up money for a good bandsaw. Or just like scour the internet for a good bandsaw. Really depends on how much material you're cutting. Chop saws suck. They suck. Yeah, they are expensive. And they're worth every penny. Every single penny. I know I'm not really a good gauge because I just cut stuff all the time, but I've done like 2,000 cuts on my saw since I've had it. And I would never, ever, 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 ever recommend anybody using just a chop saw. Maybe in a pinch if you really needed it, but they pretty much suck. They're not accurate, they're loud, and I mean that's pretty much it. And if you fuck it up, you just like cut your hand off and shit. It's not cool. 4.5-inch angle grinder is a good place to start. You said you had a welder, you didn't say what kind. Belt sander. Belt sander is a nice tool to have. Bender of some sort. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but flap discs and cut off wheels are always a requirement. Do I watch anyone on YouTube? The Cream Team? Yep. I watch more skids. I watch, I don't know, I pretty much watch everybody like Adam LZ, Caleb Quanbeck. I don't really watch TJ Hunt because we just don't jive. I love Rad Dan. I love a lot of the other channels that aren't as updated as often, like Inertia MS. I watch some Haggard Garage, yeah. I watch more of the Orion channel. Well, as of lately. I do watch some of the Haggard Garage stuff. I didn't go very far back. Yeah, Life of OD. Yeah. Don't waste your money on a cheap bandsaw. They're a waste of time and money. Yeah, I wouldn't buy a cheap one. I said, look around for a good one. that you could possibly get cheap. But don't buy a shitty one. They just don't work. You got something. Life overdose. Life OD. True. The cream team. That's right, Mike. So on my 350Z, I have a supercharger and intake piping coming from my intercooler. Has a hole right now in it. Have you seen someone do the aluminum tungsten and just proper torch to repair it? Just propane torch to repair it? No. That sounds terrible. Propane. Why would you use propane? A propane torch? You've seen someone do the aluminum, tungsten, and just a propane torch to repair it? Nope. I have never seen that. That would be interesting, though. I would definitely say just weld it. Maybe take it to somebody, weld it. If it's just a small hole, I mean, it'd probably be really cheap to have somebody weld a hole. Usually if it's under like a 1 minute job, I'll charge like $10 or like $15 to weld a hole. Because it's a hole. Some people get crazy. They'll charge you like half hourly rate, but kind of overkill. I wouldn't even recommend propane on aluminum. Just put it in the hole. What he said. Some good bread. This is a long ass live stream. I've been killing it. Long ass thing. What else you guys got? They use the torch to heat the aluminum and fill the hole like a TIG, like TIG. But my dad's in Vegas and he has a TIG. Yeah. If you go to Vegas, stop up here. Come to the shop, say hi. I'm not opposed to people like coming to the shop. Maybe not in my house. But more than welcome to stop by, check out the shop. Be happy to run everybody through it. I'm in Idaho, dude. But if you're in Vegas, it's right there. It's like 7 hours. Just drive up. I do it all the time. Not even that bad. It's straight. There's nothing out there. You do 80 the whole way. Cake. I should probably not eat this much fucking bread, but fuck it. Everybody's gonna think that this live stream's gonna have like fabricating in it. And there's like zero fabricating. I probably should have said that at the beginning. And there's no fabrication going on in this live stream. I'm literally just fucking bored. I really want to go work on my race car. It's just you, yeah, it's just me eating bread. This whole live stream is me eating bread. And talking fabrication equipment and cars. We got a new person. They're like, oh my God, you're still eating bread. Yes, I am. Hell of a good time. That's what I'm saying, dude. You guys are real supportive of my boredom, and I appreciate that. We've been streaming for an hour and a half, and nothing has happened. This is why people delete them afterwards. I'm starting to get that trend where if nothing happens for an extended period of time, they're just like, nope, fuck it, gone. Say 2 hours ago? It wasn't 2 hours ago. It was only 90 minutes. Yeah. 90 minutes and 54 seconds. I love bread. Oprah. Me and Oprah. Tight. On the bread game. Drinking my supervisor's water. He's gonna come in tomorrow and be like, where the fuck is my goddamn motherfucking water? I don't know, dude. Some guy must have came in here, done an hour and a half live stream, drank all your fucking water. Yeah. I think I'm gonna end it though. I think I'm gonna end the stream. The longest stream I've ever personally done solo, I'm gonna end it. Any last questions? I'll give you 2 minutes. Come up with a question. No, don't end it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna end it. It's 8:36. I'm gonna end that shit. 2 minutes. What makes me rad? I told you I'm rad. I'm rad as fuck. I'm probably rad because I just refuse to give up and I like make my own shit. Always good to see you, Mike. Any others? Any other questions? Biggest issue is I TIG weld, fabricate for a living, have most of what I need to do it on my own, but my problem is finding the clients. Clients are challenging because they want things a certain way, and you got to constantly have them. And eventually, over time, you build up this community of people that are going to need stuff constantly. And that's where you kind of dwell. And then they bring other people into the fold, and then you help them with their shit, and then they slowly become part of this big group where you're just working on shit. Rad Charles? Yes. Any new vids coming out? I'm gonna shoot a vid tonight about me pulling my transmission and probably making some other stuff. Best post MIG weld cleanup other than wire brush. Best post cleanup MIG welds other than wire brush. 3M buffing wheel, maybe. Won't like really remove any material, but you can really get it clean. Instagram, market on Instagram. Yeah, marketing on Instagram works great if you want to sell stuff online. And use TIG. That's funny. Marketing on Instagram is challenging because you don't know if these people are going to follow through with buying stuff. And if you take all the time to build things and then they don't want it, then that sucks. And they may not always follow through. Air Tool Scotch-Brite. Yep, pretty much. It's a good way to clean up a MIG weld. Won't, like I said, won't take a whole lot of material off and kind of cleans it. And it's less dangerous than a wire wheel because you're not going to shoot shit in your fucking eyeballs. All right, guys, I'm shutting her down. It's been cool chatting with you guys. And yeah, good for cages too. Just can't grind those welds. He's right. All right, guys, have a good night, dude. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing, and thanks for liking this live stream. I appreciate it. Peace.